What's up internet, Kevin here. Now this is a video that would normally go up on TLD, but things are just a little hectic over there at the moment. You should go check it out. But in the meantime, I thought I might as well upload my top 5 iOS games of the month here on my own channel. Now there's no fancy intros or graphics on this channel just yet, so let's just segue right into the top 5 games. First up on the list is a pretty high profile title, especially as far as app games go, and one that I'm pretty much required to have on this month's list because it's that good. The Wolf Among Us from Telltale Games. I'm not a fan of putting individual episode things on this list, especially when they're consistently good. It just stifles my options, but Wolf Among Us has officially released its final chapter this month, bringing the 5-part series to an end, and delivered a satisfying, great finish to the story. For those of you that are unfamiliar with it, as well as other Telltale games like Walking Dead, the entire thing plays out pretty much like a show that you yourself direct. Choices impact how some of the events take place later on, and the narrative adjusts to fit how you choose to handle different situations. Actual gameplay pretty much boils down to just choices and QuickTime events, but combined with its storytelling and sense of immersion, you'll have zero regrets picking this one up, either for $14.99 as a package or $19.99 if you choose to buy all the chapters separately. It's worth noting the first chapter is free, so you have no reason to at least give this game a shot. Next up is a game that's part of a yearly released series, and is also one of the titles on this list that's actually multi-platform, finding itself available also on PC and consoles. Magic 2015 Duels of the Planeswalkers. Now I actually have a full review in the works for this one that'll be going up tomorrow, so we're going to skip some of the details here, but the summed up version for now is this. Honestly, it's not my favorite entry in the series. It feels like a step back in some ways, but still, at its core, it's an addictive, great title for those of you that enjoy card games. For just $10, you get access to a whole bunch of cards to actually customize your own deck this time around, and can compete with your friends in 2 to 4 player matches. If you're the competitive type, you'll easily get your money's worth out of this game. Though some of its in-app purchases are a little frustrating, overall it's still a fun, great title to pick up, and when you compare how much it costs to get into the actual card game, way more affordable. Okay, so the list so far has been a little on the pricey side for app games, I know, so let's talk about some other cheaper games that were absolutely great this past month, starting with the very aptly titled Traps and Gems. A small genre that's slowly been gaining steam lately is the classic dungeon explorer, a concept that owes much of its origin to Indiana Jones and other pulpy tomb-raiding films. Traps and Gems has your intrepid explorer navigate his way through a tomb, finding hidden rooms, dodging traps, and collecting ancient relics. In all honesty, it's not very hard to complete the base version of this game, especially since the punishment for game over is extremely forgiving, but it's solid fun throughout, and actually trying to 100% the game, finding all of its secrets and collectibles, is another matter entirely. An easy but really enjoyable explorative title, Traps and Gems will help you kill time for the price of $4.99. Now fourth up on the list, I'm surprising myself once again. I said a couple of months back that I couldn't believe I picked a movie-based app game to put on this list, and I'm doing it again with Guardians of the Galaxy: The Universal Weapon. Not gonna lie, a healthy bit of this game is that it's a Marvel facelift of an older, really fun iOS title that I've mentioned before on this list, Battleheart. Slap on a coat of Marvel paint with popular heroes referencing an upcoming movie, and this is basically what you get, which isn't entirely a bad thing. The mechanics are simple yet addictive, and there are actually some party building logic and customization going on thanks to combo moves. The UI is a tad clunkier than I'd like for items, but that aside, the rest of the game is a simple, grindy, really fun way to kill time, worth its price tag of $4.99. Now last but not least is by far the simplest title on this list, and the one that can most appropriately be called an app title, Marble Drop. This is another one of those games where the premise starts off very simple, yet as you get farther and farther, stuff gets really complicated really quick. All you have to do is drop colored marbles down a little chute, and do it in the right order so that they all land in the corresponding correct basket. Yet with each level, new rules and complications are added, mixers that combine colors, platforms that move after each marble touches a switch, or baskets that require multiple marbles in the right order, and it all gets very complicated in the best possible way. I am bothered a little bit that the game does offer an in-app purchase that helps to severely reduce the difficulty of some puzzles with a rainbow marble, which then also can screw up high scores when comparing it to friends, but outside of that, if you just want to tackle the game's challenges head-on without paying any money, it's phenomenal, and best of all, completely free. Well, those were my top 5 iOS games of July 2014. There were a lot of other great app games that just didn't make the list this time, I know, and if you really loved one of those titles and you want to let me know that it's a travesty that didn't make it into the top 5, then go ahead and let me know in the comments down below. As always guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to hit that thumbs up button, it's always appreciated. And if you're not a subscriber yet, hit that button too, because I've got more great content planned and on the way here on my own channel. Don't forget you can also follow me on Twitter at Kevin Kenson, where you can hear my up-to-date thoughts of what games I'm currently playing. I hope to see you guys soon with more great content, but until then, I'm Kevin Kenson, and I'll see you later.